Hello Tauruses, and welcome to Deku Tarot. I'm going to be doing your mid-monthly reading for July 2019. This is going to go over the 15th through the 31st of July for you guys in terms of spiritual message as well as what comes through for the tarot, okay? We'll also talk about the astrology as well. I just want to say a quick thank you guys so much for all of your support, my amazing and wonderful Taurus gang. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. You are always my highest viewing group. I do the most private readings for you guys. You're definitely the highest group of subscribers. So thank you, Tauruses. Please remember to like, share, and definitely subscribe. All those shares and subscribes have really helped, and I really appreciate it, guys. So thank you. And without further ado, I'm just going to quickly go over why I kind of switched over to mid-monthlies versus my weeklies, which I've been doing. Weeklies just became too stressful for me to kind of keep up with the format that I have to, shoot on as well. I have too much going on outside of, just doing those weeklies as well. And there's too many videos and, projects I'm working on the side that just weren't getting completed because I was spending all that time on weeklies. I couldn't even finish monthlies when I was doing them. So I just think that doing first half, second and a half of the month is just a much better format for me. It allows me to get more involved in the readings, to feel more present, which is what is most important in a reading. It's not about, I got to keep up to the, just this week and have my energy focused on this week. For me, it's more, it gives me more leeway. It gives me time to talk about, the effects of the new moon versus the full moon at the end of the month. And especially this month with the eclipses, it gives me a lot of room to talk about how they're affecting us and all the other messages that are coming through. So from now on, we'll be doing mid-monthlies, first half and second half of the month. And I hope you guys like it. Hope you're not upset. Yeah, because I am making some other videos and I want to do some other collaborations as well. Anyways, we're done talking about it now. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. As you guys know, this cannot and it will not resonate with all of you, and that's okay. Check out your mid-monthlies for your other placements. Check out your 2019 yearly reading. I noticed that people have been going back to them now that we're about 6 months through. Definitely go back and check those messages, okay, guys? So Tauruses, I've been really dying to do this reading. I did the Scorpio reading, and then this morning I was sitting down and I was thinking, just connecting, and I got this really intense feeling and visual, download here as a message from Spirit for you guys, and I just wanted to kind of talk about that. I just was sitting outside and I just saw like a house burning. Like you're in a house, you woke up for maybe a peaceful sleep, you've been exhausted, you finally go to sleep, you wake up and the house is on fire. All the whole rooms, everything around you is on fire, and your only option is to really escape, to leave, and to move forward here. You have to get out, or else, it's going to collapse on you. And if you don't make those right moves in times, the building is collapsing, it's going to suffocate you, and it's going to, kill your spirit there, kill you. I feel that is what I think that that's what you guys are feeling right now. I think that's what's going on. All the interactions with Uranus and Taurus, with the eclipse, the new moon in Cancer, total solar eclipse, and then we have the full moon in Capricorn on the 16th now coming up, and that's a partial lunar eclipse. So again, we're in between two eclipses right now, and the interactions that, you can check out the I'm not going to get into the astrology as much because there's so much happening this month. There is so much retrograde. We have Jupiter, we have Saturn, we have Pluto, we have Neptune, and now we have Mercury, and they're all retrograde. Mercury's retrograde till about the end of the month, and then we'll finally be free of that one. So I apologize also for how I'm talking. If I don't seem to be able to put sentences together, it's because for some reason that's what Mercury retrograde always does to me. It just impedes. It makes me talk like Yoda, or like I don't know what happens. It's so strange to me. But there's so many interesting interactions happening astrologically. Mars is right above Mercury, like moving along. It's right above it, interacting, but Mercury is retrograde in Leo, and Mars is direct in Leo. So it's this energy push and these forceful, people are talking about things. They're forcefully talking about things. They're pushing things to the front, pushing things to the surface. Even if all the other energy around us is saying no, you're gonna have stuff come out to change, especially with Uranus and Taurus and all those interactions it's making, which again, go check out Nadia Shah, Gregory Scott, Sarah Verba, I mean, she mostly talks about moon stuff, but the other two talk a lot about the astrology and what's happening right now and just how it is explosive, it's transformative, and I'm getting chills, and it is hot as hell right now, and I suddenly get the goosebumps. It's, yeah, it's like if it were to snow in the middle of summer. That's how it feels right now. Like, what the hell is going on? I think that this is all happening really to have us get more in touch with who are we. I think that on our journey here, Tauruses, and yes, I am going to drink out of a McDonald's Ninjago movie Lego cup here, because that's what I have for water right now. I don't even know where that came from. I think that my partner got that for me as a joke. It's a classic Scorpio. But, and again, check out Scorpio's reading. I said that to Scorpios. Check out your reading. Check out, you guys are on the same axis. Check each other out, especially this month. The energy is big. Also, check out, I have Capricorn and Cancer out first for obvious reasons, because Capricorn, Moon, and Rising, and Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, but especially Cancer, Moon, and Rising are feeling the effects so intensely of this, of these eclipses, of everything this season. It's massive shifts here. Again, it's having us outgrow a lot of toxic stuff, having us say goodbye to, you know, bad behaviors, toxic friendships, situations, relationships. It's just, again, it's a very expose type of month here. So let's see what your energy is here. I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot. What's popping out? Oh my gosh, too many cards. Can we just get one for Taurus? I'm sorry, guys, but it's the Tower reverse. We're going to talk about it both ways. I feel that we should talk about it both ways, shouldn't we? There's a lot of oppressive, tyrannical energy in your life, or you might be realizing that certain people, work situations, you know, maybe it could just be even your job. You're realizing, wow, I've been oppressed. These people don't appreciate me. I put in all this work, and why? They don't appreciate me. It's not working out the way I wanted it to, and what the hell? There's a lot of upheavals that we're being asked to deal with, and I think it's reversed because we don't want to deal with it. There is so much already that we're being asked to transform and change on our base level, and we're as fixed Earth for the next 7 years, and we've been feeling it, obviously, especially if you're in the early degrees of Taurus, later degrees of Aries, which has been me. It's where I'm at, so I've been feeling this. So guys, if you don't, I feel this, don't you worry. As a Taurus sun, even though, you know, I'm Vedic Aries, and I'm trying to lean more on my Vedic Aries right now, because I'm right on that cusp, I'm like, maybe I can just be Aries from now on. It's not how it works. Unfortunately, we're all feeling the effects of Uranus and Taurus. We're feeling the effects of this eclipse season, of all these transformations, all this painful upheavals, you know, exposing dark secrets, exposing where people have, again, taken from us. I'm getting, like, you know, somebody turned on the light and you just found, like, somebody sneaking in your panties drawer, and you're like, what are you doing here? Like, and people are not showing their best selves right now. Again, things are being exposed. You might get text messages. I'm getting, you know, emails. You know, you might go on Instagram and somebody might have slid into your DMs with a nasty picture or something nasty to say, or somebody might be like, hey, they're talking shit about you, check this out. Or, hey, they're doing this about you, check this out. There's underhandedness and sneakiness on the other side of whatever you're dealing with, and it's time to deal with it. I also think that this has a lot to do with personal transformations, areas that we've needed to transform. I'm sorry, there's like a fruit fly in here. So if I'm like hitting at the air, it's because I can't stand them. So I will try to fight fruit flies. You know what? I'm going to use that as an example. This month, don't try to fight fruit flies. It's not going to work out. There's too many of them. There's too much to deal with. It's time to focus more on these big internal changes that you need to make here. I'm sorry. I thought the cat was on the bed, and then I just turned around and she's right here. I was hoping that she'd be back there so I could point to her for you guys, because sometimes people ask for Miss Kitty, but sorry, sidebar there, ADHD. I just feel, guys, we're being asked to realign with who we are again. I'm going to pull some more cards here so I don't get too stuck on that tower, because I think it has a lot of interactions to make. Temperance. This is for healing. It's for our best. I know this feels painful. I know, like I said this to Scorpio actually too. So please watch the Scorpio video. Even if you have no placements in Scorpio, they're directly across from you. And sometimes you will resonate better with Scorpio than anything else. I will tell you that as a Taurus. Whatever's happening right now, again, it feels like maybe your skin's being ripped off. And that's what I said to to Scorpio. It might feel like your skin is being ripped off right now. But I want to say, again, it's for healing. We need to heal for the future year. I feel like you guys aren't going to have that many cards because we're already 10 minutes in and all I have is 2 cards. I've been finding for these mid-monthlies that there haven't been that many cards, but they've been very powerful. So let's look at where this tower is hitting for you guys. I want to check out that. Every reading's been different. Let's talk about the changes that it's making for you. Again, we need to realign with who we are, who we are now. We've changed. And Tauruses, I know you're like, I've been the same Taurus, I've been the same person my whole life. No, you haven't. No, you damn haven't, so shut up about that, first of all. I know that we're stagnant and that we don't change, but we do in a long-winded ways. Like, yeah, essential parts of us might not change, but we transform, we change, we grow, we adhere to the situation, we step up to the plate. It just might not be as fast as some other signs here. Wow. Look at what it's bringing in, though, guys, the sun. Be happy about that, okay? Be really happy that it's the sun. Look at this. There's 2 people, and I'm like tearing up because it's like, finally. And I feel like once you guys hit Leo season, things are going to be better. I know that after this, again, I'm tearing up. What's going on here? This full moon in Capricorn, partial lunar eclipse, it's going to bring a lot of tumultuous crap to the surface. But I think for you guys in particular, I think this is going to feel great. It's almost like you're ripping off a band-aid because you know, or like, you know, when you're pulling out stitches, if you ever have gotten stitches and you've had to go and take them out eventually, you'll realize that your body has then tried to grow over those stitches. And that's kind of what this experience is you have to take out the rope or whatever they tied you up there, whatever they stitched you up with there, without ripping your skin, without damaging yourself. And you have to realize that it's going to be a little painful. It's going to be damaging. You're pulling out something that you felt once held you together. So again, I think relationships, people that held us up, that stabilize us, stabilizing friendships, relationships, jobs, those are all being brought into question because for some reason, again, we woke up and the house is on fire. And whatever that house is for you, it's something that you leaned on. It's something that you put all of your strength, energy, and love into, possibly. Something that you relied on to keep you going, to keep you up. And it's being ripped out from under you. It's like somebody, again, ripped the rug out from under you and just left you there. Somebody ripped off your rose-colored glasses, punched you in the nose, and again, ran away. They left you with a broken nose and what? No glasses. Now you're just seeing things in black and white, and you can't unsee that. You can't unsee the situation, the person, whatever this is, for what you saw it as before. And I feel like this came up in your monthly when we talked about that. But again, look at this. We have the sun. So, I mean, look at this. Yeah, this is painful. It might feel very oppressive, tyrannical. Why is this happening? Why me? Why now? I've been through so much already. And I've been getting a lot of emails, doing a lot of readings like, why me? Why now? Why? Why? Guess what? You don't got an answer. Sorry. Time to change. Time to grow up. I'm sorry. But there's no other way to describe this, guys, other than it's time to grow. It's time for you to see things for what they are and nothing less. When the sun shows up here, we are having this, I mean, this is warmth and sincerity. This is happiness, this contentment, completion, a sense of, yes, I finally got there. Here I am. I can celebrate. I'm happy. This is expansive, liberating. You know, again, it's liberation from oppressive energy, tyrannical energy. So whatever is happening, it's like a birth. Like you guys are giving birth in Cancer season. And I always relate Cancer season and energies to pregnancy, to the womb. And that's how I feel. This month has been a painful ass birth. Like, you thought it was going to be fine, and then you started getting those labor pains when you were on a mountain doing a hike for some reason, and somebody had to drag you back. You had to walk back down by yourself, because guess what? Nobody else is there. Time to rely on yourself. That's really what this is about. It's giving birth on your own, being your own midwife, whether you're male or female. Y'all are giving birth this summer. Y'all are giving birth this summer. Y'all are giving birth, okay? This is like you're pushing out a very painful baby into the world, and it's the new you. And it hurts, and it sucks, but it's getting rid of the oppressive energy. It's facing up to the tyrannical energy. Anything that, again, I feel like a lot of it has to come from relationships, people, and job situations that you once loved, that you once leaned on, and having to separate yourself from it, having to recognize it as toxic, having to realize where it's unhealthy, and to let those relationships go because they are not good for you. Okay? You see that for what it is now, and now it is time to heal. Don't push yourself through this. It is difficult already, but don't try to rush through it. And I don't think that you guys will, so I don't even think I have to mention that, honestly. What else do I want to say about this? It's success, happiness, contentment, though, that you're stepping into. There's a deep sense of, maybe you guys were trying to get to a certain point that you were at in the past. It's time to let the past go. The past is the past. This is something totally new. You're being asked to step up in a way that is so different from where you were. This isn't, forgiving that person and making things right. This isn't, I want to have the success that I had about a year ago around this month. This is bigger than that. This is making the changes for the success, for the happiness, for yourself, for your best and most fulfilling life, your best and most fulfilling self here as you push forward. You have to be self-sufficient, be self-reliant, focus on self. Again, it's like Leo season and Cancer season came together to force you to be your own mother. If that makes sense. Give birth to the new you, give birth to your new life without any help. You have to do this without help. And that's how this feels. And I think that's why it's difficult. You're turning around like, can you help me? Can you help me? Do you know what to do next? Where are the directions? And you look at the directions, and they're all in a language you've never seen before. It's like an alien language. Not even one from this earth. And you're like, okay. Judgment. And I want to say I saw it reversed at first. And when I do see judgment reversed at first, I always think of a fear of the unknown. Again, what is it that people say about Tauruses? There's that one famous thing. Thinking of a bull in the china shop. Yeah. And we're afraid of what's going to happen. We're afraid of the changes that are coming in towards us. It's like somebody put us, again, in a china shop, or we woke up again with the house on fire. Those flames are reminiscent of that to me. And you're like, hold up, my bed's on fire. Hold up, the walls are on fire. What do I do? And it's like, you don't know, you're so afraid. It feels like there's almost a freeze frame moment here of maybe I should just stay where I am, not change, and try to make this work again. Maybe I should just go back and cycle through that, make that work again. Try this again, try it again. No, time for something new. We might be afraid of the unknown, but we have to be aware of interrelation of, again, what we thought was good for us being not good for us anymore. The walls around us caving in and needing to change, needing to find a new home here, needing to build up something solid and safe. So that's really what this month is asking us to do. Let's get a card of advice. What's in our strength and advice? So I think I see what hinders us now. It's other people, situations where situations, items, even material, in terms of money, job, that we've used as a crutch, and it really isn't bringing us that joy anymore. It doesn't bring us anything that we actually need. And that's what we have to realize this month is, I've been leaning on something that is no longer benefiting me, and I need to learn to stand on my own. Whether that be, that your partner, even if you're in a marriage or a partnership here and the other person it's going through some type of financial thing and they can't pay for things, it's sitting down and being like, I do need to stand on my own 2 feet, and I have to stop relying on other people and their goodness. And even if, again, that person has been nothing but good for you, it's not healthy for you at this point to rely on others. So, advice. What's in your strength here, Tauruses? Come on, give me one here. Give me a card. Again, I want to say, I just saw the devil pop up. I don't know why I threw it back in. It's gone now. But, I feel that that's more of a hindrance of, again, and also a call to that Capricorn full moon it's partial lunar eclipse on the 16th, where again, we're going to see things in a very tumultuous and feel things in a very tumultuous way here. Sorry, it's hot if I'm looking kind of like flushed and sweaty here. We have Saturn. I mean, while we have this full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Capricorn, we also have Saturn retrograding in Capricorn, opposing Venus, and bringing in a lot of relationship issues and strife to the forefront. But it's also positive because we have this Saturn sextile Neptune, bringing a lot of positive transformation again through the strife. So this strife is positive, and that's what I'm saying is yes, but this is the result of this Tower moment. This is the result of the Tower reverse. It's almost like, again, this feels like an internal change through through realizing what's around us externally. See how it's turned inwards? Again, cards will always mean something different in every reading, so don't be all like, oh, you don't know the meanings of cards and stuff. This is what the messages that I get from the card when I'm reading. These are what your higher selves are telling me through this. And what it's telling me through the Tower Reverse at this time is, it's like you had an extra, whatever you have built up externally, yourself. This is more of an internal transformation. Yourself that you have built up is crumbling. Those walls that are burning, it's you from the outside in. And you have to realize what on the outside is setting you on fire, and how to, build a tower that stands without anybody else's help, without anything from the outside there. Any support, crutch energy, you can't have that from the outside now. It's time to focus on just you, on relying on you, on healing in a way, and putting things, setting things up in your life in a way for the future here, where we know what has brought us down in the past. We know what people, situations, events, etc. that have, brought us demise, brought us pain, have not helped us in the past here. So again, let's take a look here. Advice. Any of their messages about where this leaves us in advice here. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups comes out, guys. This is happiness, love, contentment, joy. Focus on the things around you that do bring you joy, that bring you emotional joy. Instead of the material, we have to focus on the blessings in our life here. The 10 of Cups it's one of the most beautiful cards that you can receive here. It's just absolute bliss, absolute emotional contentment and fulfillment through a relationship, through your family, through your friendships. We have to seek this out in every aspect of our life and ourselves. Find that love for yourself. Find that 10 of Cups love for yourself throughout every moment of this month. No matter how painful it is, you find that 10 of Cups in yourself, and you decide, you give this to yourself. You stop relying on anybody else. Even if you have a partner, even if you are, married, etc., or in a relationship, you have to know how to build that 10 of Cups on your own. You also have to recognize where that is naturally in your life. And, again, if people do bring that into your life, appreciate them. Give them back that 10 of Cups this month. The people that love you, the people that are there for you, that support you, that help you through this stuff. But again, it's difficult because you guys are going through this on your own. And other people can't really help. It's about building up a life that is the 10 of Cups for you and nothing else. Once you have those 10 cups, pentacles, material, all that other stuff will start to fall in. But we have to love ourselves. We have to surround ourselves with that type of love and joy. Ace of Rods, King of Cups. When I see these together, again, there's new beginnings, especially in terms of love. This reminds me of Scorpio as well. Definitely check out their reading. They also had an Ace of Rods in their reading. You guys, if you are with a Scorpio, especially in terms of love, I'm getting this could be a new beginning for you. I don't know if I'm going to do a love reading for you guys. I might pull like one card. I might pull a Adoring Virtue card, but I don't think that that's the focus this month. Yeah, I think that this has a lot to do with relationships, but it's about finding the healthy balance, being less codependent, supporting yourself, whether that means through a job, emotionally, or again, you have to learn how to support yourself even if you are in a healthy relationship. Even if you have healthy friendships, there is need to step back from, what they give you and to stop taking so much. Ace of Rods here with the King of Cups is such a wonderful energy here. I love it because it's compassionate, understanding energy. There's a lot of success there in terms of finding your peace, finding your contentment. This really relates back to me with that 10 of Cups. You're realizing that emotionally, your contentment has a lot more to do with your success and happiness in life than you probably thought it did. You're focused on the money, being an earth oh my gosh, excuse me, being an earth sign, you're focused on the money, all the material aspects of it, but it's time to focus on the emotional, fulfilling aspects of your life here, and who brings that to you. You have stepped up emotionally, and it's time to grow in that way as well. For new beginnings here. There also, again, is new beginnings at the end of this. There's a rainbow and the Ace of Rods at the end of this, a King of Cups as well. Somebody that, again, if you're ever dealing with a water sign, a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, that's very emotionally resilient, that is emotionally mature, that has gone through, has succeeded in their own emotional growth here, and succeeded in finding peace, contentment at any moment. And especially in this new beginnings, finding peace, finding love in a new beginning, because you don't have another choice. So stop mourning, a loss, stop mourning things ending, stop mourning chapters closed, and start focusing on new beginnings here. Okay? I'm actually just going to pull, if you guys really want a love reading, put it in the comments. I'm not going to get into a love reading now. It's 25 minutes in, and I feel like this is so much deeper than just relationships. And again, I'm just going to stop with all that clickbaity stuff. I think that a lot of people get into those twin flame journey, love reading, soulmates, this, that, is the ex coming back? How do they feel? Let's look at it this way. I think that that's not healthy, and I don't really want to delve into that stuff, because I just think it's not a healthy way to live your life, not a healthy way to approach love and relationships. It's not normal. I think it's really clickbaity, so I'm not going to do that. But if you do want a love reading, and everybody says they want love readings per month, I'll do them. But I think that those are more for personal and private sessions, honestly. I've been realizing, coming to my own realizations as a reader is, YouTube is fun, and doing all these readings all the time is fun, but I think that people get carried away with, pick a card, love readings, and is my soulmate coming back? Is this twin flame coming back? How do I find them? How do I bring them in? What do they like? What do I do? What do I do about love? Live your life. Do what's healthy. Listen to your intuition. If you're really crazed, get a private reading, but I think that you have to let love kind of come into your life in a more natural way for it to be true. Reconciliation, guys. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Mercury retrograde, so that's all I'm going to say there is, after I just went off about how I don't think that you should bring exes back into your life, and I don't think it's healthy to focus on that. People do it, and there's the reconciliation. So if that's what you're asking for, yeah, you probably will be having some people come out of the woodwork. I get the feeling exes are coming back. I get the feeling crazy love situations are coming back that you didn't expect. I'll pull like a couple of cards on it. But again, whether you want to take that person back or not, that's up to you. You have to evaluate that situation. You have to rely on yourself. Again, it's time for you to be Taurus without the constraints of a relationship, without whatever that defines you as. So let's look at what else for love here for Tauruses. Death. Transformation, maybe endings there. Reconciliation, there's transformation of a relationship here. Major transformation. I would say, I'm not going to pull another card there actually, because too many weird ones just came out. It's weird. It's awkward. I think that Mercury retrograde is bringing transformative reconciliations into your life here, whether that be with somebody that you're with. There is strong-ass Scorpio energy here, I got to be honest, with the King of Cups, with the Death card, with some of the repeating messages here. So again, definitely check out their reading. Maybe you'll resonate with their love reading. But yeah, this is major transformations, endings, new beginnings here. Whenever you see the Death card, the universe is asking you to let something fall away so something new can begin, to allow new aspects of a relationship to begin. Do not jump up here, Miss Kitty. There's no room for you. She's trying to jump up here. And there's literally not an inch of room for her. Not an inch. So let's take a look at the Stacey DeMarco Halloween Oracle. Let's get a card for you guys. We'll see how many pop out for you. I'm getting 2s, 3s, but maybe we'll just get one. All right, Taurus, messages from our higher selves, our spirit guides, advice, guidance for Taurus. Yeah, we got 2 of them. Graveyard, unnecessary fear, and mummy, change. So let's do a nice little read here. And I really didn't want any of these readings to be more than 10 to 20 minutes, and they have all been so long. So thank you, retrogrades. Thank you, All this great eclipse. Thank you, eclipse season. This is insane. Unnecessary fear. So pull this card and know that you fear unnecessarily. Things are not as they seem and you can overcome your obstacles. The anxieties you have, although real, should be put aside before they haunt you long term. Instead, trust that you know the correct next steps and that you will act upon them. That is a message you guys need to hear this month. Listen to that anytime you feel lost. Go right to the end of this video and listen to these messages. They are affirmations. They are perfect for you. All right, mummy, change. So again, whatever you're afraid of, guys, you know, trust that you know where you're going. Trust that you will know what to do when it is the right time, and that this retrograde is a pausing moment to let things fall away, for you to remember who you are and learn how to stand on your own 2 feet here without anybody else. So yeah, it sucks and it's painful. Thank the retrograde. Thank astrology in general, because the universe is out to get Tauruses right now. It feels that way. But you know, it's for the best. It's to make us better, stronger, greater, more powerful Tauruses. So should you pull a moaning mummy card from the deck, know that change is inevitable and that no matter how hard you try, things will not be preserved exactly the same way. The card also indicates that this change will be for the better. The endings, the closed doors, the barriers. This is just a healthy pause and an indication that a change of tactics is needed. You are not cursed. You have just developed a pattern. You can take control and change it. Take control, change it. Make the necessary changes. Stop being afraid of it. There's nothing to fear here. I can be honest, and I'll tell you that I've been feeling this too, guys. It's hard to make changes. It's hard to make those transformations and not really know what you're stepping into. Even just switching from weeklies to mid-monthlies for me was like one of the most stressful things I've had to do in a very long time. I was insanely stressed out about all of this. But again, stop stressing out about work, Tauruses. Not worth it right now. It'll all fall into place. You're gonna be okay. It's going to be okay. Anyways, guys, if you want to book a private reading, all that information is right below this video in the description box. If you want to get 20% off of anything on my Teespring, guys, any of the Teespring merch, and I do have Taurus stuff up, so I really hope you like it. I was going to wear it, and then I couldn't find it. I think it's in the wash right now, my tank top, that's the Taurus. But I hope you guys enjoy them. Use the code CANCERS with a capital C at checkout, and you'll get 20% off of your order, okay? Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Again, my amazing and wonderful Tauruses. I wish you blessings this month. I wish you nothing but the best. Definitely check out the Scorpio mid-monthly. Definitely check out your moon and rising, especially if they are in Cancer or Capricorn, for sure. And I just recommend like checking out their videos, because their energy and the transformations that they're bringing is so dominant. It's everything this month, so check it out. Thank you guys so much. Have a blessed and wonderful month, guys. Namaste, my amazing Taurus gang. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.